a Somali Muslim Lord Mayor who officially declared President Donald Trump banned from entering his city, looks like an imbecile after his own citizens pointed out the one issue with his mandate. Last year, London Mayor Sadiq Khan made headlines when he stated that President Donald Trump should be banned from visiting the UK. Expectedly, he didn't have the authority to do so. Now, yet another Muslim official is vowing that Trump may not step foot in his city. Magid Magid, also known as Magid Mah, is not only the youngest councillor to hold the title of Lord Mayor, he's also the first Somali and first Green Party member to accomplish it. Unsurprisingly, the 28-year-old refugee politician is an up-and-coming face of the left as well as a mascot for anti-Trumpers across the UK. Unfortunately, their new pet may have bitten off more than he can chew. While ironically culturally appropriating Mexican culture in a bizarre post to Twitter, Magid flaunts cringe-worthy New Age fashion as he disrespectfully squats over the emblem on what we can only assume is a table in a taxpayer-funded government building. He announced his mandate in the caption, which reads, "I Magid Magid, Lord Mayor and first citizen of this city, hereby declare that not only is Donald J. Trump, at real Donald Trump, a wasteman, but he is also henceforth banned from the great city of Sheffield." Magid added that he will also make July 13th, one of the days Trump is scheduled to be in the UK, Mexico Solidarity Day. "I Magid Magid, Lord Mayor and first citizen of this city, hereby declare that not only is Donald J. Trump, at real Donald Trump, a wasteman, but he is also henceforth banned from the great city of Sheffield. I further declare July 13th to be Mexico Solidarity Day. MGD, at Magid Magid, July 4, 2018. Unfortunately for Magid, he forgot one very important detail. Luckily, his citizens took to Twitter to remind him that not only does he not have any real power to make such decrees, but the position of Lord Mayor is merely a ceremonial title given by his fellow council members and not an elected role, according to CBS News. In short, Magid has been making himself out to be more relevant than he actually is. In fact, all that Magid can do is ask his fellow council members to condemn Trump's behavior, which is less authority than your average Twitter troll has. Sheffield is the historical heartland of the British steel industry, but there has been no indication that President Trump might visit the city in South Yorkshire when he stops in Britain next week. Nor does Lord Mayor Magid actually have the power to ban any individual from entering Sheffield, the City Council has told CBS News partner network BBC News. The Lord Mayor is a ceremonial role and has less powers than the Mayor. Average Night 2K, at Average Night 2K, July 5, 2018. Sorry folks, he is not elected by constituents. The council cabinet elect him. We council taxpayers get zero say on the Lord Mayor role. James Gamble v. at James Gamble 1978, July 5, 2018. The rest of the council elected him so he could distract people from their own fraud and incompetence. IMO. Will Burn, at W_L_Burn, July 5, 2018. Magid has been the butt of major criticism after Sheffield residents called out his deceptive statements. As The Express reports, Magid still stood by his embarrassingly nascent claims, admitting that he knows he doesn't have the authority to ban anyone and that Trump isn't scheduled to stop in or even pass through Sheffield. There's a lot of goodwill from the people of Sheffield that if he did try to come here, he would be banned. Speaking to Metro, CO. UK, the Lord Mayor of Sheffield later confirmed it is very unlikely Trump will visit Sheffield, but it's about sending a message to everybody else. However, despite Magid's allegation that the people of Sheffield would do his bidding in imposing a ban on Trump if he did visit, voices on Twitter seemed to express the opposite. Hilariously, Magid's power-drunken tirade has been officially denounced by his own Labour Party council members, the same ones who gave him the honorary title and have the potential to take it away from him. I genuinely can't believe the only councillors who stood up and complained about that Magid Magid anti-Trump stance at the Sheffield full council meeting yesterday was at Labour Sheffield councillors, not UKIP but Labour. Shameful to say the least. Have a word at Jeremy Corbyn. Idris M. Rivers, at Idris Rivers, July 5, 2018. After imploring the media in his own Twitter thread to contact him for direct statements, Magid added his 5 reasons, of which he claims there are thousands. that President Donald Trump is a garbage human being, first of all is issuing the ridiculous and racist Muslim ban, for stupidly withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement, for mindlessly moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, for enforcing the imprisonment of children at borders, which I can't even describe how awful that is, and for literally defending the violent actions of white supremacists. Magid is a disturbing example of equity over meritocracy. He was placed in the storefront of the city council as a pretty display of their dedication to diversity. Unfortunately, while he has the right skin color to satisfy the left's hunger for multiculturalism, he is, at best, utterly incompetent and, at worst, malevolent. He embodies the very reason President Donald Trump was elected and will likely be re-elected for a second term.